What if I told you that there is a supplement that could help you turn back the clock on aging muscles? One that can help you reclaim lost strength, sharpen your mind, and fight the frailty that many fear as they grow older. This supplement is real, and it's one of the most researched substances on the planet. But it also comes with a dark, persistent rumor that it is a ticking time bomb for our kidneys. Science shows that it can help older adults gain significant lean muscle with training. Yet scary stories of kidney damage have made millions afraid to even try it. Today, we're cutting through the noise. We'll look at what creatine is and how it works for your body and your brain. And most importantly, we are tackling this number one fear head on. Is creatine a destroyer of your kidneys? Let's find out. All right, let's get one of the biggest creatine myths out of the way immediately. Creatine is not a steroid. In reality, creatine is a natural substance, and it's made every day in our bodies. Now, we also get creatine from red meat and seafood. So what does it do? Think of creatine as the rapid recharge for our muscles. Our bodies run on a high energy molecule called ATP, especially for quick work, powerful movements like lifting a heavy box or pushing yourself out of a chair. Our muscles burn through ATP fast. Now, creatine's job is to swoop in and regenerate that and recharge those muscles on the fly. Now, from our diet and from what our body makes, our muscles' creatine stores are normally 60 to 80%. Think of it this way. When we supplement, we are just topping off that tank, saturating our muscles with an extra 20 to 40% of this fast access fuel. Now, this extra energy and ability to actually work harder in the gym is the key to its muscle building benefit, which obviously is especially important as we age. Once we pass 50, we all face an unwelcome reality: age-related muscle loss. Now, the scientific term for this is sarcopenia. And we know that we can actually stop that process and even reverse that process by doing regular resistance training. But we need to understand that the steady muscle decline isn't just about looks, it's about quality of life. It leads to weakness, a higher risk of falls, and a loss of independence. This is where the case for creatine becomes so powerful. The research is overwhelmingly clear. When you combine creatine with resistance training, the results are dramatic. One major review found that older adults taking creatine while strength training gained significantly more lean muscle than those who only did strength training. And this is functional, powerful muscle. Studies show significant improvements in both upper body and lower body with different pressing exercises, squats, and leg press. The boost in lower body strength is especially critical as it directly impacts daily life. Climbing stairs, carrying groceries, and keeping your balance to prevent falls. Studies show that these benefits come from creatine letting you push harder in the gym, which then is a signal for your muscles to grow. But the benefits don't just stop at our biceps. The research shows that creatine is hugely beneficial for our brains. And I gotta tell you, I take creatine for its effect on my muscles, but one of the big reasons I take creatine also is because I know the benefits for my brain. And I'm very aware of, as I get older, I want to do what I can to keep my mental acuity sharp. Multiple reviews have found that creatine improves cognitive function in older adults, especially in areas like memory and attention. Some studies reported significant improvements in memory tasks for adults aged 66 to 76. Now, research is ongoing with creatine, both for the mental aspects and the physical aspects. But the one thing that we can say is that a supplement that supports both your physical and mental health is a game changer. Okay, time to tackle the elephant in the room. Will creatine destroy or damage my kidneys? Let me be as direct as possible. For the relatively healthy person without pre-existing kidney issues, the scientific consensus is clear. The answer is no. Creatine is safe and does not cause kidney damage. So where did this myth come from? It's mostly a mix-up between two similar words, creatine and creatinine. Creatinine is a waste product your body makes when it breaks down muscle. Your kidneys filter creatinine out of your blood, and doctors use its level as a marker for how well your kidneys are working. High creatinine levels can be a red flag for kidney problems. Now here's the twist. When you take creatine supplements, it's perfectly normal for your blood creatinine levels to rise slightly. This isn't because your kidneys are failing, it's just because there's more creatine in your system to be broken down. Your healthy kidneys are filtering it out just fine. Unfortunately, this small harmless increase can be misinterpreted on a lab test, raising a false alarm. This confusion was amplified by old flawed case reports that incorrectly linked creatine to kidney issues, even though mountains of research have since proven its safety. The myth has been a tough one to shake. Long-term studies have put this fear to rest. Research has shown no negative effects on kidney function in healthy people taking up to 30 grams of creatine a day, now that's 6 times the natural dose, for as long as 5 years. Experts at UCLA Health confirm that the idea of creatine harming kidneys is a myth not supported by the evidence. But, and this is non-negotiable, if you have a pre-existing kidney issue, high blood pressure, diabetes, or if you're on medication for your kidneys, talk to your doctor. In these cases, the risk could be very real. But for the vast majority of healthy adults over 50, the science is clear. Creatine is not the kidney destroyer it's made out to be. If you're getting value out of this episode and would appreciate more content like this, please take a minute and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot, and make sure that you're not missing out on any of the other content that we put out on healthy aging after 50. All right, you've heard the science, you know that it's safe. Now what? Well, let's keep our starting plan simple and effective. First, pick the right kind. The most studied and proven form is creatine monohydrate. It's cheap, effective, and it's the form used in almost all successful studies. You don't need to waste money on fancy blends. Second, get the dose right. Now, the recommendation is usually around 5 grams per day for older adults. There used to be a thing we all talked about in the 90s, the loading phase of creatine, 20 grams a day for 5 days. That's not really necessary. Over time of that consistent 5 grams a day, your body will be saturated, your muscles will be saturated. Now, there's a lot of research about taking more than that. I'm going to leave that for a different episode because there's maybe some value in that as well. But let's just stick with the basics today. Third, be consistent. So make sure that you're taking that daily 5 grams, whether it's with water, whether it's with juice, or maybe it's a protein shake, but make sure that you're taking that in. And I'll just tell you from my personal experience, I do not take creatine with water. I just found it to be too hard on my stomach. So for me, creatine goes into my protein shake, usually my first meal of the day after I've worked out. So back to our original question. For someone over 50, is creatine a muscle builder or a kidney destroyer? The scientific verdict is in, and it's not a close call. For healthy older adults, creatine is overwhelmingly a muscle builder and a powerful tool for healthy aging. When paired with resistance training, it's proven to help fight age-related muscle loss, boost strength, and support your brain. And of course, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before adding any new supplement, including creatine, to make sure that it's right for you. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Please take a sec if you haven't and subscribe to the channel and give us a like for the video. And we'll see you next time. Keep punching.